Do you consider yourself shy with girls? In fact, awkward like this guy?
Talk to these girls, I want to hear.
Hello? Hello? Now what? What am I supposed to say?
Well, if that's you, you better watch this video because I'll have the answers to your problems. You know, you may be good with guys, but with girls it's a whole nother story, right? For example, when we're around girls, we get sweaty palms, we get really shy, we get really awkward and introverted, right? In fact, you may never have had a girlfriend before. If that's you, if you're tired of being single, if you're tired of being ignored, and if you're tired of being consistently the third wheeler among your friends, then listen carefully because these 3 tips will help you get a girlfriend in the next 24 hours. Exactly, 24 hours. That's how I did it. In 24 hours, I managed to go out, get a girlfriend.
Lala, check out my Russian girlfriend. Do you want to tell them how we met?
Before I let me tell you a little bit of my background, right? Back then, I used to be terrible with girls, super terrible. And girls would always ignore me, call me creep. And even if I was lucky, right, and get a number, no response, right? But this one time I happened to be really, really lucky because a girl liked me for the way I looked, right? And she also ended up dumping me because I was too shy to kiss her, hold her hand, or even call her on the phone, right? And that's how she dumped me. Sometimes back then I would even cry myself to sleep and wonder whether I'll be alone forever. And that's where I can realize, damn, I need to get out of this trouble, right? And how did I get out of it? I went out, spent years trial and erroring, getting rejected, getting shot down like a plane out of sky, and eventually I progressed, right? I didn't get every girl, but I knew where I went wrong for the next time. So for you, you won't have to go for any rejection, don't have to waste any of your time because I'll give you the answers. Now imagine, from wherever you are, whether you're awkward, you're socially awkward, imagine making that transformation where you're confident, where you get a girl that cares about you for who you are, that supports you, that rubs your neck, rubs your back for you after a hard day of work, right? And it's like supporting you. How awesome would it be, right? Like when I was in Indonesia, I had a girlfriend. When I was in India, I had a girlfriend. When I was in Australia, I had a girlfriend. I consistently had a girlfriend, right? And even in Japan, my girlfriend was so supportive. She decided to film the Love Hotel video with me, which got 1 million views, right? How awesome is it to have a girlfriend that is with you on your purpose, right? Instead of going for everything alone. Because I will give you the answers. Tip number 1, right? Make use of the first 5 seconds. So the thing with girls is girls will know whether they like within the first second they see you, right? And you want to make use of the first 5 seconds because everything after that creates a halo effect. And in those first 5 seconds where you see them, you don't want to fuck up because the first 5 seconds will determine how they view you. If you actually hold yourself really well, carry yourself confidently within the first 5 seconds, everything else you do after that will be interpreted in that kind of light of confidence. It's also known as the halo effect. But if you fuck up the first 5 seconds and act all awkwardly and fidget and stuff, right? Everything you do after that will be interpreted in the light of the awkward person. Even if you do something cool, even if you do something, it's like a halo effect. It's like a blueprint. So you want to actually get the first 5 seconds right. Tip number 2, eye contact. The other day I went out and approached 13 girls, out of which only 5 rejected me. 8 gave me their number and 5 kissed me in just one night. How do I know? I'm no expert, I'm no gigolo, I'm not the biggest and tallest guy, and in fact I'm not even that good looking, right? But the reason why I actually could have this high of a success rate is because I know eye contact, right? Before even approaching someone, I can already tell who's into me and who's not into me. And the way I know is based on the eye contact, how the girl breaks eye contact. If the girl breaks eye contact with you, if you look at a girl and she breaks eye contact with you involuntarily, like she can't control it, then she's on it. If she can control her gaze and looks away like very slowly, then this suggests that she's not nervous, she's not anxious, and that means you might or might not have a shot. With this girl, I could straight away tell she was on it, right? And I ended up kissing her. And you want to kind of get enough practice where you can identify that look before you go and talk to a girl, because in that way you minimize your rejection even before you approach, right? Tip number 3, which is the last tip, is the universal pickup line. Right, it works anywhere around the world, anytime, any scenario, And do you want to know what the universal pickup line is? Are you ready? It's how are you? Pretty simple, right? Now I'll tell you why this is. Because if you're gonna go and talk to somebody, you never know what their mood is, right? But by asking how are you, you can already get the first few information out of it. If she responds very professionally, like, oh, I'm very well, thank you, then you also want to put on the professional mannerism, right? And actually go from there, right? If she's a bit flirty, like, I'm all right, thank you, then of course you want to be a bit more flirtatious and direct with your follow-up line, right? Where most guys go wrong is they have like this pre-prepared pickup line and don't even consider how or who they actually use it to, right? They might use it to like a professional lady who might be against pickup lines, right? If you're like, hey baby, what's going on, what you saying, fam, right? Then if you use it on a girl that is like not in a mood, then you basically shooting yourself in the foot, right? So use hey how are you, which is like the universal pickup line I'm telling you right now, to actually gauge where she stands, and then follow up with whatever pickup line you have, but tailored to her, right? And that's it for now. But in fact, because I like you guys, I'll give you an additional bonus tip, which is make plans there and then. Most guys, when after they get the number from a girl, they just walk away and say goodbye. No. What you want to do is make plans there and then and tell them what is going to happen and get them to agree, because a verbal commitment is way more strong than a text commitment, right? So when you text somebody and you got somebody's number and you text them and you're all excited, you check every 10 minutes, 1 hour passes by and you're still nervous, you're still like excited, yeah, I got a phone number, I might get a day, 2 hours pass by and you're still like okay, and then 3 hours pass by and that's when it hits you. No response. And that's because you have never locked her down when you had the heightened emotions of attraction, right? You want to do it there and then, and I'll give you an example here.
Oh, okay, I'm in Sydney till like next week.
Next week, yeah?
Do you want to meet tomorrow?
Yeah, why not?
On a date?
Yeah, why not?
After the date, I'll take you to the nicest ice cream place in Sydney.
Which?
It's called Anastasia or something like that. I'll have to Google it again. I don't even know, bro. But it's close to my house, so after that, we can go to my house straight away. And yeah, man, end of story.
Okay.
Sorry, but what's your name, by the way?
Guess what happened? I got a commitment from the girl verbally, and the very next day, I met her, I took her to my house. You know the story, right? And that could be anybody, right? And if you're tired of like jerking off to porn and feeling terrible about yourself and miserable and being lonely all the time, right? It's not the end. It's not the end of the world, right? For those who actually want to improve more, I've created this course that you can actually get down below. If you click the link down below, you can get the course. And I'm telling you, you can improve. Anybody can improve. If I can do it, you can do it. And if you don't believe me, this is what some of my students who have actually worked with me personally said.
Hey everybody, my name's Mo, and Harold has completely changed my perspective on self-confidence and self-esteem and socializing with others, whether it be with strangers on the street or with girls, and it's one of the reasons that I'm now in a very happy relationship with the love of my life, so I have so much to thank him for, and I can't recommend him enough.
Hey guys, I want to suggest Juju's course to everyone. He helped me a lot with social skill and assertiveness.
Hey guys, I just want to record a quick video for Jozu, and I just want to give a testimonial on this course. It's something which helped me with one of the biggest issues I faced, and that was backsliding, where I would try my best to overcome my social anxiety and my social awkwardness, but I would keep losing progress. And I think if I were to recommend the course for one reason, it would be his reflective journal and how to do it, because that made me have results that lasted not just, a week, but actually consistently stick with me. So I'd really recommend it.
Hey Josie, it's me. I just want to say thank you so much for all the help you've given me. Definitely gonna go out there, and this solo trip is really helping. I just want to, go first to first. I just want to say thanks for all your help. One of the guys, it's a shame we couldn't kick it, but cool in the future. Maybe we can, link up and chat it up and be cool, because I think you're a cool dude with the videos, and I'd like to meet you one day. Appreciate that, bro. Peace out. Be safe.
Hi, this is Coach Treadpill. I'm a fan of Joshu, and I've been following his channel for a while.
I think that his videos of his travels are incredibly interesting, and the questions he asks, the interviews he does with the people he meets are just great. So I urge you to check out his channel and subscribe to it. Take it easy.
I think my course will be super beneficial for you, so hit the link down below. So let me ask you this, right? If you shy around girls and awkward, and you make this awkward impression, or you embarrass yourself, or you get rejected, and the pain of being called a creep, the pain of being called an incel, the pain of being like rejected aggressively, the pain of losing out to the bad guy, I want you to put a monetary value on it. How much is it worth to overcome all of this inconvenience, all of this loneliness, and all the pain? A lot, right? I've got good news for you. My course won't be more than what you spend on a cup of coffee in a month. And I'm so confident in this course that if you're not satisfied, I'll give you all your money back, no questions asked, and you will still have access to the course, right? But if you're not sure yet, join my email list here, tick the box of missing dating opportunities, and you will get some dating advice until you're ready. The catch is this course won't be available forever. It will be only available until I've actually published my book, and this is just to reward people who actually want to have some visual examples and demonstration of what is actually written in my book, right? So time is ticking, literally, because if you click on claim your spot button, you will see a timer at the checkout page. Basically, this timer shows you how much time you've got to actually fill out the whole details in order to be eligible to the bonus. If this video resonates with you, really don't waste any time. If you don't get it now, when will you? Because you will procrastinate. So do yourself a favor, so get on board with all the others on the team. I'll see you on the other side.